What's up, YouTube? Tony back in the kitchen along with my mama. She doesn't want to be in the video, but she's gonna walk me through this one. So this is one of her recipes: traditional chiles rellenos, or stuffed peppers. Peppers we're gonna use is the poblano, and you can find it at any grocery store.
Or you can grow it.
Or you can grow it. We're gonna use tomatoes and onions to fry up the meat. Ground beef. We're gonna need some eggs. I just put 2 on there so you know we're gonna need eggs. You're gonna need some toothpicks, believe it or not, and you'll see why. Salt, pepper, garlic salt, and oil. That's everything you need to make this dish. Unless you want to add cheese, but we're not doing that because Shelly's allergic to dairy. So here we go. We're gonna start on this. So what you want to do before you start cooking your poblanos, you want to go ahead and rinse them off. Make sure you got no dust or dirt in them, because you are going to use the whole pepper. And then just set it aside and do the same to everything that you're going to use. So what you're going to do, first step, after you've washed and cleaned your poblanos, you're actually going to toast them on the burner.
Okay. But you can do them on the grill.
Yeah, you can do them on the grill.
But today's too windy.
Yeah.
California wind.
Right. ¿Mostrando todos?
Sí, pues para que se hagan rápido.
Don't tell her you saw her on here.
You too.
So what she's doing right now, she's just gonna chop them up so she can cook the meat with the vegetables in there. Again, don't tell her she's on the video because then I get in trouble. Vamos a rebanar.
Just chopping them
Lo voy a
small.
hacer chiquito.
She's gonna make them small, like little big squares.
Okay. And that's going in the hamburger?
Yep. And this is your authentic Mexican cooking right here. Straight from Jalisco, from Encarnación de Dios La Chona. And I'm gonna get my ass handed to me later.
So that's what we're looking for?
Yep, you just start flipping them around. Make sure they get toasted evenly all the way around. And you don't have to use your hands if you don't want to. This is just Mexican cooking at its finest. So now she's going to do the same thing with the onion. Just chop it down into small little pieces. And once again, we're just going to use this when we cook up the meat and get it ready for the peppers.
Just keep flipping them, huh?
Yep.
Nice even char. Do you need those flipped?
Yeah.
A ver, déjame le volteamos otra.
Slide this way. There you go.
Hot, hot.
Así, para que se peguen y ya solitos se van a...
And no, please, if you never cooked with your hands over a hot flame, do not do this at home.
Agarren pinzas.
So, they sell these handy dandy tools, and you can buy them pretty much anywhere. And you can use these to flip the chiles around so you don't burn your hands. So this is the result that you want to kind of get right here, where the skin's all charred on the outside. And there is one other process that we didn't talk about before, but you will need a small plastic bag, probably the same one that you buy and put these in when you carry them out the grocery store. That'd be the best one. Also, when you go and pick these at the grocery store, you want them to be long and stiff without them being crunched up or rolled in, or else you won't be able to stuff them. And you want the texture on it to be nice and firm. You don't want it soft. Now, what she's gonna do now, she's gonna put them in the bag, and what the bag's gonna do is just gonna steam up the outside of the shell, and you'll see what it does afterwards. Okay, we're gonna put a little bit of oil, and that's what we're gonna cook the meat in.
Ahí está.
You don't need very much, as you can tell.
Cucharitas.
Just gonna take the meat and put it in.
Y luego la van a tratar de desbaratar, ¿verdad?
And we're just gonna break it down. Alright, so now to the meat, we're gonna add the pepper.
A su gusto o con a media cucharita.
So you want to add as much as you want, or about a half
Ponle poquita
tablespoon. Obviously, my mom likes a lot of pepper. Huh?
Ya sí.
Okay, she says that's good. Then we're gonna add the garlic salt next.
Put a half a tablespoon.
About a half a tablespoon. Yeah. Oh,
Ponle poquitita sal.
and a little bit of salt.
Just a shake or two.
Just a shake or
Pinch.
two.
Ya,
A dash.
es todo.
That's total.
That's it. And now you're just gonna cook it in all this.
Y le vas a estar moviendo para que...
You want to keep stirring it around so that
It don't burn.
it doesn't burn. And you're gonna cover it up.
Eh,
De la colita.
Sit it up. Gotta make sure you burn that sucker everywhere.
So the process that's happening in the bag is creating basically a steam lock inside the bag. And that's gonna help you peel off the outer layer that you just burnt
Singed.
up or singed, whatever you want to call it,
Charred.
on the pepper. And the wet paper towel is just helping create more steam inside the bag.
Okay.
So what she's doing now is she's just basically mashing it down so that the meat spreads out into even little small pieces. So you're not gonna have big chunks.
And you're doing it on like a low
On
heat?
a low heat, because I'm used to cooking everything on high, and I just got told that I'm doing it wrong. So yeah, don't do this on high, guys. You do this on low heat. All right, now that the meat's done, we're gonna add the onions and the tomatoes.
Still on low, huh?
Still on low. Yes. Now do not listen to Tony. Still on low. Tony wants to cook everything on high. Now you're just gonna stir it around and cook the veggies down into the meat. Alright, so all we did, we forgot to add this ingredient. You're gonna need some flour. And in the plate right now I got about 3 spoonfuls of flour in here.
o los que ocupen.
And you can throw as much as you need in there for the flour.
Son para embarrar los chiles.
And all you're gonna do with that, you're gonna take the peppers. Once you peel them all off, you're gonna roll them in the flour, and then you're gonna do the next step after that.
Dile que ya vamos a limpiar los chiles.
Alright, so what she's doing now that the chilies have been steaming for a couple of minutes, she's gonna take and she's gonna peel off that charred off skin into the bag that she had on it.
Just to keep the mess down.
Yep. And as you can tell, it comes right off. It doesn't take very much fight or picking of it. If you don't get all of it off, it is not gonna hurt nothing. All right.
¿Ya?
So yeah. So what she's gonna do now, she's gonna open it up, and with the small spoon, she's gonna take and remove the seeds from inside.
But you're using the grapefruit spoon because it has that ridges on the side. Makes it easy.
And what she's trying to do is not to let
Y si no,
the
con la
pepper
mano.
break. And if you can't get it with the spoon, you can use your hand, pull it all out.
Because you only want the one slit.
Yep.
That way you
Y
have
ya
some.
si le sacan y saquen el agüita
And
que
you can
tenga.
take the juice that it has created inside. You can
Y
take
ya
that
está
out,
bien.
and that's it.
Ya
Now,
páguele la carne.
if you have a little bit of seeds left inside, it ain't gonna hurt nothing. Ain't gonna hurt you.
It's a little spice.
It's just a little spice in it. And you do that same process to all the peppers that you're gonna do. All right, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna take the meat and we're gonna stuff the pepper. And here's where your toothpicks are gonna start coming in. All right, so now with the spoon, you're gonna take and just stuff the pepper.
Completely full or just?
Till it's full enough and it's not popping open. Because you don't want too much pressure on the outside to where it's gonna want to open up. And then you're gonna take a toothpick and you're gonna basically stitch it shut. And that's all it takes. And I do the same process to all the other peppers. So that's where the other one's gonna come into play. It split open on her. So she's gonna run another pick through it. She's just using the rest of the meat up and fill it in.
Quedan bien gorditos.
Yeah.
Le medí 3 cucharitas para cada uno.
Yeah, she put about 3 spoonfuls in each one of the peppers. So this is a pound of ground beef and
To 8 chilies?
To 8 poblano chilies. Alright, so we got the pan going, so we're gonna go ahead and put it on low and we're gonna add oil to it. Madre, ¿así de aceite?
A ver, échatelo todo.
¿Todo?
Sí.
About a half a cup.
Le va a faltar, hijo.
Sí, ahorita agarro más, no te preocupes.
Sí.
Cover the base.
Yeah, so we're gonna need a little bit more. Échalo.
Ya.
Okay.
Con eso.
So just to cover the bottom of the
Yep.
pan.
So what you're gonna do next, you're gonna take your egg and you're only gonna use the egg whites first.
Y guardamos esto.
And just set them to the side so you don't lose them.
Ponle que sean 2 huevos para un huevo para 2 chiles.
So you need about 1 egg for every 2 chilies?
1 for every 2. Okay.
¿Ya?
So what she's doing, she's just putting a couple of drops of water into it so that it doesn't break apart.
Okay.
And all you're gonna do is you're gonna close it up, lock it, and she's gonna beat it to get a nice fluffy
Egg white.
egg white.
Like meringue.
Yep.
Okay. So you slowly progress up in speed.
So now you're gonna start pouring in the rest of your egg. And you can tell it's got that little fluffy consistency to it. Almost looks like whipped cream. And that's what you want before you start adding the rest of your egg. And this is gonna continue until it starts turning white again.
Esto también.
So while this is going, you can add a little bit of salt, and it's more of a whatever amount of salt you want, depending on how you like to taste it. And I'm sorry, it's probably not going to be completely white, but it's going to be a really light shade of yellow.
Está.
So now that it's done, you just go ahead and take the bowl off.
Saco de ahí.
And we go on to the next step. So for the next step, she's going to take
La harina.
the flour and she's going to start rolling the peppers in the flour. And this, what this is gonna do is just gonna give the egg,
Something to stick to.
the egg something to stick to. I almost want to say egg whites. Why do I always want to say egg whites? And you want to make sure you get a nice even coating all around it. Then you
Se va a
take,
abrir. Dame otro de este.
saw how it started opening up. She's gonna add another toothpick. I'm just gonna take the pepper, dip it in the egg, get a nice even coating on it, so that it looks nice and fluffy. Look at this.
Ese no se quiere pegar.
And the oil's already hot.
Oil's already hot.
Lo voy a tener que agarrar
Hola.
así. Está pesado.
And you just put in the oil. And it's not on high, it's kind of on medium.
So we'll start kind of frying up.
Yep. So now you're just gonna let the pepper or the egg fry up to get some nice golden layer to it.
Yeah, because basically everything inside's cooked already.
Yep. So as you can tell, you can now see the nice little golden glaze that the egg makes around your pepper.
Just keep flipping it.
Just keep flipping it until it's completely done on all three sides. So as you can see, she does this all by hand. Obviously I don't, because I know I'll burn myself.
Ustedes no.
But she's still cooking in low, not like me. She still cooks in low. And it's just to make sure that you don't over fry the egg and it gets that nice golden consistency that it has. So it cooks it a lot better because it's being cooked low. So what she's doing right now, she's turning it over so that the excess egg that you see there cuts back into the egg and it sticks to the pepper. So you're gonna have like perfect little triangle. Well, maybe not perfect, but close enough.
So this part she doesn't do by hand.
No, that part she doesn't, because you actually gotta get in there in the oil.
Ya está. Ahí va.
So that one's already done. Now she's gonna let it sit rest until it's ready for us to have dinner.
Ahí están ya. Listos.
Alright, so when they're done, that's what they look like.
So now the pepper's all done. All you're gonna do is you're gonna take the salsa, which Shirley's gonna add the video to it. Just throw it over the top.
Never mind the sweet potatoes we just harvested. Maybe that'll be another video.
So now that it's all said and done, chile relleno, you get your fork, you enjoy.
Make sure you take the toothpicks out.
Nothing like mama's home cooking. Alright, so the best part about having my mom here and cooking is I can literally take the peppers and bag them in my air sealer.
Doing one at a time or two?
I'm doing one at a time.
Okay. All we have to do to reheat them is throw them in the air fryer for a few minutes.
Air fryer, or you can
Microwave them.
microwave them, or boil them in a pot inside the bag so it reheats the interior. And it's really up to you guys. However you want to reheat it, it'll work. Just make sure you get that nice seal on it, and there you go. You got a meal.
Mm-hmm.